Another weekend and time for me to hang my head in shame once again. Another Super 6 blank. Thank goodness you've been doing a good deal better for me. £100,000 up for grabs once again this week. The games, let's have a quick check on them, starting in the Premier League with Blackburn against Everton. Our game of the week is Chelsea against Norwich, Swansea against Sunderland, and three from the Championship, Hull against Reading, Ipswich versus Leeds, and Leicester City against Southampton. Let's start with that game of the week then down at Stamford Bridge. Before I give you my thoughts, let's get the views of the former Wimbledon and Sheffield United manager, Dave Bassett.
With the Premier League fixture between Chelsea and Norwich this Saturday, I think this is going to be a real big test for Norwich going to Chelsea, who won their first home game against West Bromwich Albion. Norwich have started with 2 draws, which is a reasonable start. They had a good advantage of beating Stoke, but that didn't work out. But I think this is going to be a totally different test for them. I think the fact that Chelsea have got themselves moving with their home victory, and West Bromwich Albion did cause them several problems, but I'm of the opinion that the confidence will be high, and I'm expecting Norwich to have their hands full and that Chelsea will comfortably win this. I can't see Norwich scoring at Stamford Bridge. I think they will tighten up defensively. I think they would be better than they were against West Brom, and I see goals flowing. I anticipate that Chelsea will win this 3-0.
Well, I tend to agree with Dave. I just think the defeat could be even harder to bear for Norwich. On each of the last 3 visits to Stamford Bridge, they've lost by 4 goals to nil, and that's what I'm going for once again. Look out for Didier Drogba, by the way. He hasn't scored at the Bridge since way back in January. Time for that drought to end. At Ewood Park, Blackburn are in desperate need of a win against Everton, aren't they? Both of these sides beat Sheffield clubs in the Carling Cup in midweek, of course. I'm pleased to see Mikel Arteta on the score sheet for Everton in midweek and back in their plans, so it seems. I was very surprised to see him left out of the opening game, in truth. Everton have not conceded more than 2 goals away in any game since way back in last December. I can't see Blackburn's powder puff defence troubling them too much. I go for Everton to win at Ewood by 2 goals to 1. Sunderland have not won down at Swansea since 1963. Oh, what a night. But this time round, they go there in very indifferent form. A disappointing result against Newcastle United. They lost at Brighton in midweek in the Carling Cup, but a lot of sides will lose down at the new Amex Stadium this season. I can't see where Swansea's goals are going to come from. No goals in the Premier League so far. They might break their duck, but I take Sunderland to win by 2 goals to 1. Down in the Championship, some tough games to call. 5 of the last 7 meetings between Hull and Reading have ended 1-1, and I reckon that could be the case this time round too. Reading in no sort of form, lost their last 3, but Hull have yet to score at the KC Stadium this season. Ipswich take on Leeds, hoping to stem the flow of goals against them. Paul Jewell's side conceding 12 in their last 2 games. Leeds finding just a little bit of form. They played very well at West Ham United. I'm not totally convinced about them this season, but I think there is a little bit of firepower in the Ipswich side as well, so I'm going to go for this one to finish all square at 1 apiece. And finally, probably the outstanding game of the day in the Championship, Leicester City taking on Southampton. Sven's soft-centred side against the Super Saints. That's really how I see it. Leicester City just concede too many goals for me. Southampton are looking for a club record 11th consecutive win. For me, they have a better squad than Leicester despite all the money that they've spent, and I take the Saints to win at the Walker Stadium, possibly in a high-scoring game. 3-2 for Southampton for me. So, £100,000 at stake again this week. A nice £5,000 consolation prize as well. It is absolutely free to play. Just go to www.skysports.com/Super6, and I could be calling out your name as our £100,000 winner on Saturday evening on Soccer Saturday. The very best of luck to you once again.